welcome to Coffee with Conroe. Hi, my name is Trey Melchor again. We're going to do a segment here in Huntsville, your Coffee with Conroe. I got with me Cynthia Burkett, who's also a Palm Harbor owner. One of the things that we thought might be good through some of the salespeople just asking, customers, Cynthia, along with yourself, even me being a Palm Harbor owner, want to know what these steps are and these processes are, especially when you're going on your own property. So we thought it'd be a good idea to take maybe the top 10 questions and answer them for you. Some of these questions you might want to be answered yourself. Some of you may be looking to make a purchase here in the near future. So we want you to be well informed. So like, share, follow us on these platforms. We look forward to sharing this time with you. So Cynthia, we're going to let you read off the questions. We have 10. We're going to do this in 2 parts. So the first part, we'll just do 5 questions. So what do you got?
Sounds good. Okay, first question. What comes with the standard setup when buying a home?
Okay, great question. Standard setup, all retailers are different. What we do here at the 2 stores, Huntsville and Conroe, we include your 9-point professional setup, which includes your delivery process. We deliver it to your site, we anchor it, we level your home, we tie it down, we skirt it, but it typically comes with a standard vinyl skirting. Again, that's standard. You get to choose a couple of colors. You get a temporary set of steps. You get the AC that's installed on your home. And then, of course, depending on whether or not you have a single wide or a double wide, a multi-section home, it also includes your trim out and things like that. The interior close up, if you got vinyl ends, they close up the ends on the double wides as well. And then, of course, our Gold Key Care, which is a great part. We can do a whole segment just on our Gold Key Care. You've had experience with that, where they come in and do your walkthrough in the home. Now, you can make upgrades in that setup if you want to add a couple things. If you want hardboard skirting, I did a cinder block skirting on my home. If you want to upgrade to a particular size deck, I think that's something that you did, isn't it?
And hardwood skirting.
Okay, you did hardwood, that's correct. So you do have those options. They are upgrades, and the pricing is going to vary based on the size of the home. So great question. Hopefully that helps. What else?
Okay, next question is, what are some things needed on the property prior to delivery and setting a home?
Okay, things that are needed prior to, clearing. You gotta have a space cleared out for your property. Access, very important. You have to have access to your property, whether it be a culvert to get over a ditch if need be. Driveway would help. And then, of course, some things that people don't think about, but you have to have access down the road you live on as well. So if there's trees and things like that will tear up some shingles and stuff, we have to take that into consideration. But the obvious things are water, sewer, electricity. We can help with those things if it's something that you don't have. We definitely have contractors that we work with on a regular basis that can help us, provide us with those necessary things. What else you got?
Okay. Why are things like dirt pads and concrete runners mandatory?
Well, they're not always mandatory. The state does require us to have positive drainage where water doesn't settle beneath your home, and that can be done with regular dirt pad or just raising your property a little bit. As far as concrete runners or concrete foundations, slabs, things like that, it's not always mandatory. It's recommended on a lot of houses and larger houses, but definitely not mandatory unless your HOA or where it is you're going recommends that you have that. It is good to have it. It's better to have it than not need it, but typically not mandatory.
Okay. All right. Do retailers automatically add your needed improvements?
Some do. I would use caution in some cases because if they add a dirt pad and you already have a proper drainage on your property, you're paying for something that you don't necessarily need. Things like that, like adding decks, we can definitely do it. We would just rather you tell us as a customer what size deck, whether you want handrails on it, how many risers do you want on it, do you want it covered, do you want a metal roof or a shingle roof to match your home, things like that. So we're not just going to typically add it for you. We're going to get bids, get proper bids. Did you have bids done on your?
I had 3 bids done.
Did you?
on
Okay.
So
So you
that's
basically choose whether it's price or the design you wanted. Which one works best for you. Some people like having a ramp. Others like having steps and a ramp. So on a particular deck. So you got many options when it comes to that.
Exactly. Okay, the last question for today is, who is responsible for the site work?
Well, as the buyer, when you're the homeowner and you own the property, the customer is responsible for all of the items that are necessary for a home. Of course, they're going to be the homeowner. Now, does that mean you have to do it? No, you can definitely get help from the retailer. Whether we line you out with contractors that we have, but ultimately, when we talk about responsibility, normally we're talking about cost. And some of that we'll get into the second segment, where you can add some of these costs to your financing or to your package. So the customer is responsible for it, but we don't just throw you to the wolves per se. We help you. I'm sure you had some insight with that with us, didn't you?
Yes, very helpful.
Can you share a little bit of it?
Oh goodness, just different things that I wanted done in my house, different upgrades, and it went from my salesperson, and then my salesperson went to Trey, the general manager, and they just tried to accommodate me any way they could for anything I needed.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, y'all.
So this concludes the first portion of this. We're going to have 5 more questions later on today. So continue following us, like and share us. Join one of our platforms. We're at Homes of Conroe on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and of course YouTube. Thanks for watching.